US ചോയ്സിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലെ ശ്രീ പെരുമ്പത്തൂരിന് സമീപമുള്ള മധുരപുരി ആശ്രമത്തിൻ്റെയും ഗ്ലോബൽ ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ഫോർ ഡിവൈനിറ്റിയുടെയും സ്ഥാപകനായ ശ്രീ ശ്രീ മുരളീധര സ്വാമിജികളുടെ ശിഷ്യരിൽ പ്രധാനിയും അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ സെക്രട്ടറിയും ഒരു തികഞ്ഞ തത്വചിന്തകനും വാഗ്മിയും കൂടിയായ ശ്രീ ഭാഗ്യാജി എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്ന ഡോക്ടർ ഭാഗ്യനാഥൻ ഈയിടെ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ സന്ദർശിച്ച് പ്രഭാഷണങ്ങൾ നടത്തി. മനുഷ്യജീവിതത്തിൽ സ്നേഹത്തിൻ്റെയും നന്മയുടെയും പ്രാധാന്യം എത്രത്തോളം ആവശ്യമുണ്ടെന്ന് തത്വചിന്തകളിൽ നിന്നും ഉദാഹരണങ്ങളിൽ കൂടിയും ലോകത്തിൻ്റെ നാനാഭാഗങ്ങളിലും അദ്ദേഹം പ്രഭാഷണങ്ങൾ നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈയിടെ ഏഷ്യാവിഷൻ പ്രേക്ഷകർക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രത്യേകമായി നടത്തിയ പ്രഭാഷണ പരമ്പരയുടെ ഒന്നാം ഭാഗം.
Greetings to all the viewers of Asia Vision. It has been said in all our scriptures and by all the wise ones that the greatest fortune there is this human life, this life itself that God has bestowed us. That is the one message that my beloved Master, His Holiness Sri Sri Muralidhara Swamiji, would always say. And the greatest treasure that lies within every one of you that is waiting to be discovered is that spirituality, he would say often. My understanding of spirituality at a very young age, as a young boy, to me it appeared like spirituality is something that I have to pursue after I'm done with everything in this world, maybe after retirement. That is when I thought these things, spirituality, God, all these things come into play at a much later stage. And that thought stayed with us till the day I had the fortune of meeting my master, His Holiness Sri Sri Muralidhara Swamiji, who showed us so beautifully that that is not right. In fact, spirituality is the one that is part and parcel of your life, day-to-day life, and to discover it will in fact help you to enjoy life itself in the fullest manner. It is not something that you do after you're done with all worldly pursuits. It completes you. It is something that every one of us have to discover within ourselves in order to enjoy that total happiness in everything we do. He would say so beautifully that if you look at worship itself, that is what we are taught. We start at a point where we think and believe that God is limited to a divine portrait, or God is limited to a place of worship. So when I go there, to that place of worship, when I stand there with all reverence, I have all good feelings. I'm full of love. I try to be truthful. I try to help. And the moment I step out, the moment I go into the world, I'm a different man. All these feelings of hate, of greed, of selfishness, anger come after me because I think that God is only there in that place of worship, and when I'm in the world, He is not looking at me. That is where I start. From there, I go to the next stage. I mature a little bit where I understand, no, God cannot be somebody who is just confined to a small space. After all, we say that God is omnipresent. So He has to be watching over me wherever I am. Wherever the Master is there, He is still watching over me. It does not matter whether I sit before Him or not. So I come to that stage of maturity where I try to be kind to everybody. I try to see the presence of God and the presence of the Master in everything around me. That changes me, that transforms me. I'm kind, I'm loving, not just in that place of worship, but everywhere. With every interaction that I have with the world, I begin to do that. So I get to that stage of maturity in worship where I see God and everything around. And then I go to that stage finally where if God is there in everything around, I am also part of that everything. I'm also well within that. So I have to be pure within. I have to have that feeling of love within, and everything around me is part of that God. So where is the question of feeling angry? Where is the question of hating people? Where is the question of comparison? Because everything is part of me after all. Everything is part of that godliness. So that love, that universal love dawns within us in that truest sense. This is what my master would always say, that that universal love can happen not from something that happens externally, but it has to start within you. The transformation has to be within you, and when that transformation happens, we will love everything around us, and that is godliness in the truest sense. And that inner transformation can happen through spiritual awakening. And that spiritual awakening can be achieved by a very, very simple method, which is to chant the divine names of God. Every ancient culture, every religion has sacred chants, and our ancestors have given that only because they knew that these chants could bring about that inner transformation, that spiritual awakening. And it is that simple message that my master, His Holiness Sri Sri Muralidhara Swamiji, is giving to all of us. And it is for this purpose he has established this global organization, which is known as Global Organization for Divinity, which is located in many countries in the world, in Australia, in Malaysia, in Singapore, in the US, UK, the Middle East. We have our headquarters in India, in Chennai, which is located in South India, which is where Guru Maharaj lives. We have a beautiful ashram there, and that is our headquarters, and we operate globally with this simple message, which is to propagate the chanting of the names of God in order to achieve universal love. And in Australia, this organization is based in Sydney and Melbourne, and it is dedicated to this message, where we organize prayer sessions. And these prayer sessions are not something that are bound by a certain culture, a certain race, religion. No. Swamiji would always say that God is common to all. There has to be no boundaries attached to such things. So we conduct prayer sessions that are truly universal. We do that on a regular basis, and we also focus on the younger generation, the little children, because we had the benefit of this from our parents. The same we wish to give to our little children. So we organize these programs that are known as Gopa Kutiram, where little children are taught good values. They are taught how to love. They are taught good things in life. The treasures from our cultures are inculcated to them. So Gopa Kutiram classes are on in a big way in Australia as well. And in Melbourne, we are based in Rowell, and the same prayer sessions and Gopa Kutiram are conducted with the same motive of taking this message of love forward and to reach the entire community, because as our Swamiji would say, this is the greatest treasure waiting to be discovered. Thank you so much.
ഒരു ഇടവേളയ്ക്ക് ശേഷം വീണ്ടും തിരിച്ചു വരാം.